Dr. Oz and John Fetterman faced off in a debate after taking swipes at each other for months, but the biggest knockouts were Oz's own answers that are sure to alienate women in his series of self-owns leading up, including pretending to live in Pennsylvania, a fake shopping trip in the wrong store, shiny suit construction photo ops, and new footage exposes his homebrew beverage of choice and his inability to defend his years of pushing diet snake oil on daytime television.
Remember, this illegitimate regime, their judgment day is on November when the Biden administration.
Thank you all for coming. Yeah, read the room, Steve. Nobody likes you here. I have not seen someone this delusional about a crowd's reaction to him since Ted Cruz went to a Yankees game. Who is he waving at? One of the flight attendants he says loves him? I mean, everyone here is thumbs down or flipping him the bird. This is fantastic. It is pouring MAGA tears. Dr. Oz focused on Fetterman's health but championed Donald Trump's, and the slimy TV doctor was more than thrown when John arrived in a suit, as most of Oz's debate prep relied on a series of hoodie jabs that the quack never got to administer. I have a laugh with Oz's faux medical advice getting exposed. By popular demand, I have a hilarious new genuine page from Lauren Boebert's book, and I check out the latest and stupid from Kanye West and more. Sarah Palin's even slower cousin tweeted, "The American people will have their voices heard loud and clear very soon. The woke era will be over." Naturally, I replied, it is truly ridiculous to think that being alert to injustice in society is something that needs to end, but we shouldn't be shocked that the bikini car wash reject who dropped out of school is against all things education. Fetterman came right out of the gate addressing that yes, he had a stroke, and although he did mash some words as promised, he had some pretty savage moments.
He keeps talking about Bernie Sanders. You know, 3 years ago, he was on his show, and he hugged him, and he said, "I love this guy. You know what? Why don't you pretend that you live in Vermont instead of Pennsylvania and run against Bernie Sanders?" Because
Oz claims to live in Pennsylvania. He only recently relocated here, and still, all his Instagram stories and photos are from New Jersey, so this was a solid jab. Here's a portrait of family values. Yes, we have Marjorie Taylor Greene and Herschel Walker. Not sure what they're going for here. Is Herschel showing us his favorite bedroom chokehold, or is Marjorie holding up her evidence of election fraud? Let me know in the comments. New footage shows Dr. Oz boasting about drinking his own urine. Yes, and he says his curiosity for this started as a kid and claimed this is a normal thing in medical school, and several doctors took to social media to say that they managed to graduate without drinking the pee.
Depending on what we're putting in it, it'll smell one way or the other. Urine, by the way, if you haven't had anything fancy, has a sort of a nutty smell to it. And that sort of tastes like that, too. A little bit of bark, like cherry wood. Yeah.
Okay, so Oz is backed by Donald Trump, so I'm starting to wonder if Putin's compromat is not that of a lady in the night, but a chugging contest between a TV doctor and a failed reality TV show host. I was getting an honorary degree from a terrific medical school, and that was part of my diploma given to me by Dr. Ronnie Michael Jackson. It's really fantastic.
I don't want the federal government involved with that at all. I want women, doctors, local political leaders, letting the democracy that's always allowed our nation to thrive to put the best ideas forward. So
you hear that, ladies? Dr. Oz wants your body to be up to a local political leader. Your body, not your choice.
Your opponent basically says that it's ridiculous for you to portray him as soft on crime. He says, what a bunch of BS. Does anybody really think the dude famous for selling phony diet pills knows anything about keeping our communities safe?
There's a reason why the Fraternal Order of Police for the entire state of Pennsylvania endorsed me, and they endorsed me unanimously. They know that these are addressable problems, and the reason they endorse me is because John Fetterman has been blocking their efforts to protect the people of Pennsylvania.
Dr. Oz talks for 7 minutes and does not once address Fetterman's claims about phony diet pills, and the entertainment channel for Married Cousins softball host does not follow up on that. But I will. In 2014, the U.S. Senate Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation Subcommittee on Consumer Protection, Product Safety, and Insurance led a panel on targeted weight loss diet products that their manufacturers claim will help consumers burn fat, but have little or no scientific data to support such claims, and the center of this all was Dr. Oz. Yes, the man who thinks you dip crudité in salsa when pretending to shop for his permanently unsatisfied wife spent most of his show hawking snake oil and was confronted about his myriad of claims. I don't get why you need to say this stuff because you know it's not true. The scientific community is almost monolithic against you in terms of the efficacy of those 3 products that you called miracles. Oz defended his endorsement by citing a study that found people who took the supplements did lose weight. However, that study was of 16 people in India, and it was funded and published by the product's manufacturer. And he knew that. Oz called raspberry ketones the #1 miracle in a bottle to burn your fat. This compound found in raspberries has never been tested for weight loss in humans, and there is no reliable scientific proof that it improves weight loss in people. A randomized controlled trial published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that people who took the supplement as part of their weight loss diet lost less weight than the control group who took a placebo. But wait, there's more! Saffron extract. Dr. Oz called this expensive spice a miracle appetite suppressant. No independent studies of the supplement have found that it helps people lose weight. Taking diet tips from Dr. Oz is as helpful as taking skincare tips from Steve Bannon. For those new to the show, I'm glad you found me. Thank you. For months, I've been reading a genuine page each week from Lauren Boebert's book. Today, we continue from where we left off as Lauren and her husband continue their elaborate plan to steal buns for their food stall. Let's get back to it.
The first time I threw a milkshake at a senior, it was a rush. The second time was like therapy, and not the court order type with the clipboard lady's dumb questions and the two-way mirror. I'm talking the fun kind in the woods with a truck driver and an air mattress. And the third shake throw? Well, that was about to happen, and it was going to be just what I needed to steal the buns for our unlicensed food stall at the rodeo tomorrow. I went totally Valentina, putting my deep cover Mexico voice on extra thick to match the soon-to-be airborne chocolate drink. I waited till I had the right old in line giving me trouble about his second free coffee refill, and then I tossed that milkshake at Gramps so hard I nearly knocked him off his Obamacare handout mobility scooter. You see, I have an arm that works. This isn't Fauci limping out a first pitch at a baseball game. This is undercover Lauren Opal Boebert taking no Java from the wrinkle crowd. The second it hit him, I ran to the back crying in my Mexico voice. I needed everyone to think it was self-defense. You see, this was a false flag operation just like the many Alex Jones has exposed. It was chaos, and that's just what I needed. Well, that and a six-pack of Coors with some 7-Eleven wings. Tyler rushed to my side. "Why'd you do that to the old guy? He's one of our regulars, and he's really nice." I ripped off the name tag and handed it back to him and gave him a little kiss. Just enough to remind him Kitty likes to play. "You are either with me or against me." He was in a daze. I guess it's not every shift a morning hot woman has her way with him next to a deep fryer. He picked up a fresh order of McNugget chickens and began eating them right out of the box. "I'm with you." We raced to the back, and there they were. Blue pallets of fresh burger buns. I pulled out my phone to text Jason we were good to go, but my battery was dead. Just then, we heard manager Janice talking with the super mad chocolate milkshake Gramps, and I knew we were running out of time. I grabbed a pen and wrote Jason on a Big Mac wrapper along with his phone number and told Tyler with a Y, "Quick, use the big phone and call this man and tell him the Wildcat's ready for the back door." Tyler repeated it back to me, "The Wildcat's ready for the back door." I blew him a sloppy French kiss and then began dragging the stacks of buns to the back door for Jason with a Y. It was like a fairy tale.
I hope you've enjoyed this genuine page from Low Rent Boozbert's latest book. If you have, please let me know in the comments, and I'll consider reading another page in the near future. Thank you. Kanye West actually bragged about being able to say anti-Semitic things and that Adidas would not drop him, and then Adidas dropped him. Like all of Kanye's comments, Yeezys are hideous and stupid. I don't know why people wanted to give this ignoramus hundreds for ridiculous shoes that look like they were designed by a blindfolded dumpling chef for the extras in a sci-fi movie with a Kevin Sorbo budget. I've been critical about Kanye for a long time. I've had segments on him on here and tweets going back years, like this one. Brian Johnson of AC/DC revealed he started wearing his iconic cap to keep sweat out of his eyes. One day, Kanye will reveal he started wearing his iconic overpriced ugly shoes to distract us from his crap music. Or this one. Kanye West just realized that it isn't him and Kim Kardashian's sex tape and he's going mental. I don't like his music. People have tried to get me to like his music. I listened. I watched. Still didn't like his music. He hides behind auto-tune, yet many think this makes him a genius. In my opinion, it's lazy and a con. I guess that's why he digs Trump. I could go all day. Kanye West sucks. This is the guy in high school without pubes that we laughed at. Loser. MAGA tears. Oh, poor, poor Democrats going to lose the House, the Senate. Oh, poor, poor Democrats going to lose the White House in 2 years. That's a fact, Jack. MAGA tears. Hey, big guy, you want this president? Why don't you get out your checkbook? Why don't you pay for everybody's gas that's over $7 a gallon in California? MAGA tears. Another junk Democrat mouthpiece for my block list. MAGA tears. Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by sharing this video or posting it on your social media and following me on mine. It costs you nothing and makes a huge difference for me. I am a one-man show here, from script to screen, the editing, even the graphics. So if you can afford to, please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link or smash that super thanks button, and be sure to check out my mugs and stickers that go great with those MAGA tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries and have toured with Jim Jefferies for several years. I have 3 albums. You can stream them on Spotify, Apple Music, or catch them on SiriusXM. Thanks for watching. Life's short. Be cool, be kind, take care.